The atmosphere in the building became extremely tense after Qin Zhanghao killed the resident of apartment 301. Qin Zhanghao attempted to justify his actions, claiming that the resident had attacked him first and promised to maintain peace in the building. However, his words were met with skepticism by some residents, including Zhang Yi, who remained a detached observer. The situation took a turn for the worse when Lu Tiantian, who lived on the 7th floor, was caught by Qin Zhanghao's men while trying to dig snow for water. She was subsequently attacked and robbed, and her cries for help were met with mockery and belittling by the other residents in the group chat. As the situation unfolded, Zhang Yi watched from the security of his apartment, observing the chaos and desperation that had gripped the building. He noted that the thugs who had attacked Lu Tiantian were likely motivated by a desire to survive and pass on their life force, even in the face of death. The residents in the group chat, meanwhile, were more concerned with their own survival and were unwilling to risk their lives to help Lu Tiantian. The scene was one of utter despair and desperation, with no clear resolution in sight. The attack on Lu Tiantian was a stark reminder of the dangers that lurked in the building, and the residents were forced to confront the reality of their situation. With Qin Zhanghao's men roaming the halls, and the residents themselves turning on each other, it seemed that the building had descended into chaos. Zhang Yi, meanwhile, remained a calm and detached observer, watching the scene unfold with a mixture of curiosity and concern. As the days passed, the situation in the building continued to deteriorate. The residents were forced to navigate a complex web of alliances and rivalries, all while trying to survive in a harsh and unforgiving environment. Zhang Yi, with his secure apartment and stockpiled supplies, was well equipped to weather the storm, but others were not so lucky. The future looked bleak, and it seemed that the residents of the building would have to rely on their wits and their cunning to survive. The events of the day had left a lasting impact on the residents, and it seemed that the building would never be the same again. The attack on Lu Tiantian had exposed the deep-seated fears and desires of the residents, and had revealed the true nature of their relationships with each other. As the night wore on, the residents retreated to their apartments, each one lost in their own thoughts and fears. The future was uncertain, and it seemed that the only constant was the desperate struggle to survive. The situation in the building continues to deteriorate, with Qin Zhanghao's gang posing a significant threat to the other residents. Lu Tiantian's fate is uncertain after being attacked and robbed, and the other residents are breathing a sigh of relief that they will not have to worry about her for the time being. However, this sense of relief is short-lived, as the reality of their own desperate situation sets in. Zhang Yi, meanwhile, is approached by a group of neighbors, including Fang Yuqing, Lin Kaining, and Zhou Peng, who propose that they all move in together for safety. They argue that there is strength in numbers and that they can better resist Qin Zhanghao's gang if they are together. However, Zhang Yi is skeptical of their intentions and rejects their proposal, citing his comfort with living alone and his distrust of the group. Zhang Yi's decision is met with resistance from the group, who attempt to morally blackmail him into letting them into his apartment. They argue that he has a responsibility to help them, given their past friendship and the desperate situation they find themselves in. However, Zhang Yi is unmoved, stating that survival depends on individual abilities and that they have no value to him. He points out that if numbers were truly a guarantee of safety, the entire building could easily overwhelm Qin Zhanghao's gang. Instead, he believes that the group is simply looking for a way to exploit his resources and that he would be putting himself in danger by letting them in. As the conversation with the group comes to a close, Zhang Yi reflects on the desperate situation that has unfolded in the building. He realizes that the apocalypse has brought out the worst in people, with many resorting to violence and exploitation in order to survive. He also recognizes that he cannot trust anyone, not even those he once considered friends. With this in mind, he turns his attention to the outside world, where he sees a person falling from the 18th floor of another building. This grim sight serves as a reminder of the dangers that lurk outside and the need for constant vigilance in order to survive. The scene outside is a stark contrast to the warmth and comfort of Zhang Yi's apartment. The snow-covered landscape is beautiful, but it also hides the desperation and violence that has broken out in the aftermath of the global freeze. Zhang Yi eats potato chips and watches the scene unfold, his mind calculating the future and the potential dangers that lie ahead. He knows that he must be cautious not only of his neighbors in the building but also of the survivors outside, who may pose an even greater threat to his safety. In this harsh new world, anything can happen, and Zhang Yi must be prepared to face whatever challenges come his way. As Zhang Yi sits in his apartment, watching the snow fall outside, he is aware of the fragile nature of his existence. He knows that he must be constantly on guard, ready to defend himself against any threat that may arise. The apocalypse has brought out the worst in people, and Zhang Yi must be prepared to do whatever it takes to survive. With this in mind, he continues to eat his potato chips, his eyes fixed on the snow-covered landscape outside, waiting for whatever the future may hold. Constraints, 4 to 4 plus 2 dense paragraphs. 355-533 words. Pure prose. No markdown. TTS friendly. Para 1, Context in Wang Min's apartment. In Building 25, the brutality of Chen Jianghao and his gang, which included robbing households and causing 5 deaths, forced the remaining residents to unite in survival. They barricaded their doors with heavy objects and collected water through windows and balconies. Meanwhile, Fang Yuqing and Lin Caning found refuge in the apartment of Wang Min, Zhou Peng's cousin, located on the 18th floor. Wang Min, a successful cosmetics business owner, possessed a spacious 3-bedroom unit identical in layout to Zhang Yi's residence. She had only permitted Fang Yuqing and Lin Caning to stay after Zhou Peng vouched for them, with the implicit understanding that they would persuade Zhang Yi to share his resources. However, Zhang Yi's firm refusal left the group in a foul mood, prompting Wang Min to confront the two women about their broken promise. Para 2, Betrayal and the Plan. Facing Wang Min's scrutiny, Fang Yuqing and Lin Caning abandoned all loyalty and sold out Zhang Yi completely. Fang Yuqing revealed that Zhang Yi's home was incredibly well-stocked, complete with a fireplace, and projected photos and videos she had previously received to prove his comfort. Lin Caning echoed these claims, urging the group to seize Zhang Yi's house to secure a comfortable life and better defense against Chen Jianghao. The videos captivated Wang Min and the others, igniting greed despite Zhang Yi's explicit rejection. Sun Jichao, a bespectacled man, condemned Zhang Yi as selfish and proposed using special methods to take the house by force. His suggestion was immediately understood as a plan to break in and overwhelm the lone resident, a notion Lu Tao enthusiastically supported by labeling Zhang Yi a despicable hoarder who deserved to be stripped of his luxury. Para 3, Countermeasures and Malice. Wang Min raised concerns about the sturdiness of Zhang Yi's security door and the group's lack of combat skills compared to Chen Jianghao's thugs. Zhou Peng added that Zhang Yi had previously urinated on them from above, a memory that made Fang Yuqing and Lin Caning nauseous as the lingering scent still clung to their hair and skin. Sun Jichao dismissed these obstacles, suggesting they wear masks and carry umbrellas to neutralize any water or stink bomb defenses. The plan gained momentum when Lu Tao revealed his past employment at a locksmith company, boasting that he could pick any common lock on the market. This revelation thrilled Fang Yuqing, who harbored deep hatred for Zhang Yi due to his rejections and humiliations. She vowed to shove his head down a toilet upon entry, while Zhou Peng crudely offered to manage the waste, leading to a dark exchange about diet and bodily functions that highlighted the group's depraved mindset. Para 4, The Attack and Zhang Yi's Response. Armed with umbrellas, protective gear, and lockpicking tools, the group marched toward Zhang Yi's apartment, confident that their numbers would overwhelm him. Unbeknownst to them, Zhang Yi's alarm system triggered the moment they ascended the stairs. Monitoring the situation through his security camera, Zhang Yi initially mistook the heavily covered intruders for Chen Jianghao's gang. He sneered at the perfect timing, deciding to teach them a lesson rather than kill them immediately. Zhang Yi reasoned that eliminating Chen Jianghao too soon would remove the threat that kept the neighbors in check, thereby ruining the entertainment value of their suffering. As the group arrived at his door and deployed their umbrellas, Fang Yuqing naively assumed Zhang Yi's defensive resources were limited and that his water and stink bombs were merely last resorts, setting the stage for a confrontation based on her fatal miscalculation.